Hello sports fans, I'm really not sure how to say this. It's been a wild ride. It's been a good ride, a great ride. It's had its ups and downs, and goodbyes aren't easy. But it's goodbye to my yellow fork. And one of you is gonna get to take it home.
I don't feel the way I should when I look at me. I don't recognize that girl.
Right, I'm not retiring. I'm actually a really happy person because we're in snowshoe. But someone is gonna get to win my Ferrari Yellow Fox 40. And I hope someone is as stoked with these as I was, because they're pretty rad and it's the only set that we've ever had done. I'm sure there's some yellows out there, but this is the only set of Fox 40 yellows. And whoever wins them, please enjoy them, cherish them, and have fun with them.
How was the journey over, Jules?
The journey was good, yeah, it was really nice actually. It's a beautiful drive, a long drive, but a beautiful drive from Snowshoe to Mont St. Anne.
It was great. We drove all day, but we had a few detours and we stopped some places and it was fun. And Vermont was the most beautiful state. Bright red, all the trees had turned. And
I think we've been lucky because the time of year, all the leaves are changing and the colours were insane, like so good. It was, yeah, a really, really nice drive.
And we drove on Route 66.
No way.
Yeah, out of Snowshoe, before the highways, Route 66.
Was it a kick?
It was pretty boring.
It was pretty long. Decent drive. Especially in a Sprinter van with one of those fixed, like 90-degree seats.
Whoa.
But we made it. Pretty cool little apartments here. Nice lawn. Weather's amazing. Even though it's supposed to turn on the weekend, but hey, it's not raining right now.
It's supposed to rain all weekend?
Saturday, Sunday's not looking great.
Damn.
At least MSA is not bad in the rain. What was it? Pre-COVID when Aaron won it? It started raining halfway through and everybody kind of gave up and like, oh, it's too wet. And it was raining. And then Aaron, I forget if he was the last rider down, and just smoked everybody in the pouring rain. It was a good run.
Okay, I know we still have one race left, but this race. How do you usually spend your off season?
Usually, we ride a lot of bikes and plan next year, but we don't have all the info yet, so we'll be riding a lot of bikes till we get the info.
The main thing I have to do in the off season is just plan for next year. So I'll get all the hotels booked, all the plans made for next year. We go through schedules, we go through sort of figuring out logistics and who'll race, like who'll go to what races and what vehicles go where and all of that kind of thing. So a lot of planning and communicating with teams, and we do a bit of service. Teams in the UK can send service, like product to us over winter for service, and any new products and stuff we get familiar with before we get to the season. And other than that, ride my bike. Hopefully it snows, I'll go snowboarding.
Also, just ordered my ski pass, my season pass for Scotland. So hopefully we get good snow.
And I've booked a safari in South Africa on horseback.
You did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Sick. Oh, I'm stoked you're doing that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I haven't thought about the off season that much until just now when you asked. Typically we'll get home, for me personally, it takes me a few days to drive back to California. And then we usually take, like, especially the athletes, take a couple weeks off to just kind of decompress, typically 2-3 weeks. They're still doing rides and gym work and stuff, but just basic maintenance stuff. Real chill, take some time, maybe vacation.
Last year I kind of just took like a month off and then got back in training. That's probably what I'll do this year. Just kind of take a little time off, like kind of vacation a little bit, get away from the training and then get back into it.
There's not quite a typical off season for me, so it's always different, but this off season I'm going back to New Zealand for a little bit, so that'll be cool. I've not been back much since all of the COVID stuff, so haven't spent much time in New Zealand in the last 4 years. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, should be good.
Nice.
And normally, yeah, otherwise I've been in Europe lately and was in the UK, then in Austria now, and now I'll go back to New Zealand, so it should be cool.
The first month is pretty chillaxing. A lot of golf now. Got into the golf game. Yeah, first month don't do much, and then sort of beginning of the second month start to form a plan of what I'm going to do with my training and things like that, and then get straight back into it. Just full blast. So yeah, lots of riding at home in the mud, and yeah, training in the gym.
Basically right after that we start prepping for next year, especially from the staff side. So a lot of our team orders need to be submitted to sponsors by typically the end of October, definitely no later than December. Smaller brands like ODI for like grips and stuff, that's all good, they have tons of stock, but a lot of times like these larger brands, Fox for example, fun fact that I don't know if most people know, like when Fox provides product to all these teams, they don't just pull it off the shelves when we submit an order and send it. Fox has to prepare months in advance into the production cycle. So
like this whole process takes a long time. Obviously we're a massive company. We also have a ton of teams. So it's not like we're in the office building the product for all the teams. We do that for some teams and for some riders, but the majority, we work through stuff from one year and we kind of transfer it to the next year, figure out what the best applications are going to be, put in that order, get stuff built. But then there's always proto stuff or testing stuff. That stuff will get done in the office and either shipped out or hand delivered. So there's a lot that goes into getting stuff ready for the teams.
That goes for just about every sponsor or brand that we work with. So yeah, we just go straight into planning, essentially take a little time off, whatever that looks like for everybody, whether it's a few days or a couple weeks, and then basically we get right back into it.
Is there anything you do like when you need to get away from bikes?
Normally I like go like surfing with my friends, but I'll probably I'm gonna go to Tennessee with my girlfriend, so that'll be fun. But yeah, just kind of surf and hang out with friends.
Not too much that I do to get away from it. I probably ride motorbikes, so it's all two wheels. Yeah.
Normally now it's just golf really. Sort of got into that, and it takes a lot of work to actually be half decent at it and not get really angry every shot. So yeah, normally that.
To get away from bikes, I actually had this dilemma a few years ago, because what I did for fun was bikes and what I did for work was bikes, and all my friends just rode bikes, and I was getting a bit burnt out, so I had a choice in my mind between golf and surfing. So I picked up golf a few years ago, and so I try to spend as much time golfing as I can. These later years that I've been doing this, I've tried to give myself a little more free time while at the races instead of just grinding from sun up to sundown 7 days a week, because when you hit that 4-week mark on the road and doing that, like, you can get pretty burnt out. So I even try to, these last few races, I've been trying to take a day or an afternoon to go play golf. So got around in at the US Open with a buddy of ours from GoPro. Greg was there, and Jackson was there, and myself. And so it was fun, just kind of, none of us even talked about bikes, not one time, you know. So it's 4 hours of golf to just kind of be homies and hang out and get around in. So I also got around in at Snowshoe, and we'll see if I can't get around here at MSA after track walk tomorrow. We gotta do the real work and set up first and make sure all our ducks are in a row before we go play. But if I can get an afternoon or a few hours off, yeah, I'll go try to sneak around to golf in just to break up all the bikes and the work and all that kind of stuff.
We're not just talking a physical activity, yeah, just whatever.
Yeah, kind of clear your head from bike stuff.
Yeah, I like to cook, I like to read, I like to do drugs. Honestly, it's rare that I want to get away from riding bikes, because you don't get to do it that much during the year. I never get to ride at home, and I love riding at home, so go ride bikes. Do a tamale ride with Jerry and Emmett and Ariel and Kieran. Oh, I miss the crew a lot. we have a good group there. I'm looking forward to Tamale Ride.
Obviously, like usual, it's a pretty slow day. Setup day always is. Seems like some of the teams are still rolling in, but the season is not quite over yet. We've got track walk tomorrow on one of the most legendary tracks on the circuit, so we'll see you tomorrow.